Hi everyone and welcome to the very first episode of Nurture and Also. I'm Bumi, a wife, a first-time mom, and most especially a girl finding her rhythm in the middle of motherhood, work, and everything in between. There's something about entering a new year that shakes you awake a little. You begin to look at your life differently, what you've given, what you've carried, what you've ignored, and what you've quietly longed for. And I realized I wanted something that was mine. Not as a mother, not as a partner, not even as an employee, but as a woman, as me. Something that allowed me to express myself, to create, to be honest, to grow, and to sit in my own identity again. Nurture and Also is that for me. A space that belongs to me, and hopefully become a safe place for other women who are also trying to hold both their nurture and their also with grace. Becoming a mom changed me in ways I didn't expect. And becoming a mom in diaspora, that's a different journey on its own. Even with a loving partner, with a few good friends around, it still feels like you're doing everything all by yourself. No mom or mother-in-law around, no aunties, no cousins, no familiar faces. I remember missing home so deeply after I had my baby. Missing that sense of community. Missing people who would know what I need without me saying a word. I'm just a baby girl. How did someone else's livelihood become a duty for me? Becomes my responsibility. I'm my own husband's responsibility. And now I've got to share that with this tiny little human that I love more than anything in this world. I kept asking myself, how will I be able to handle this? This new role, this new title that I'm eager to do but scared of failing. YouTube videos, ChatGPT, Google, they become my regular go-to. I was trying to become this perfect mom. I remember I asked Google one time if I was a bad mom because I was craving sleep so bad and I couldn't get any with a newborn. They say you sleep when the baby sleep. I beg, what is sleep? Because these babies, they don't sleep. And on days that I manage to get 2 or 3 hours of sleep, I wake up with eye bag. Oh God, I miss my sleep. I can't even remember the last time I had a good night rest. If anyone had told me that the last good sleep I would ever have was when I was pregnant, I would have slept more. Because now, I don't know what sleep is again. What is sleep? Somebody send help. Me that would take a day off work just so I could sleep. Good old days. Because even if I take a day off work now, there's somebody sharing my sleep time with me. But really, we need to talk about paternity leave. Because just 2 weeks, justice for daddies. Trust me, this is even more for us than it is for them. Because 2 weeks is not enough for them to help us with everything that we need help with. Between them going back to work and coming home, there's little to no time to spend together. And this is when loneliness creeps in. Postpartum depression, it starts to crawl in. Postpartum depression is real, guys. We need to create more awareness about this in our communities, amongst our friend groups. And believe me, postpartum depression is in the littlest of things. Do not ignore any strange feeling at all. Document them. It helped me get through mine. And in addition to the obvious being sad, crying, just sitting and thinking about your life and asking, am I really cut out to be a mom? All of these are trigger points. This needs to be taught to pregnant women and even daddies. I will share my experience in coming episodes. And I know you'll be watching. And then there was the moment I had to go back to work. My maternity leave, it went like a breeze. I felt torn between wanting to feel like myself again, wanting stability, and wanting to stay with my baby every minute. Returning to work, it broke me a little. I felt like I was leaving a piece of me everywhere. At home, at work, in the bus, even in the bathroom, crying for 2 minutes and pretending that I was okay. No one tells you that working mothers walk around with a knot on their chest. But in all of that, I kept wishing for a space where women like me, especially moms in diaspora, could be honest, without filters, without pressure, without pretending that everything is okay. A space where we could talk about motherhood, but also talk about our dreams, about being tired, but still ambitious, about feeling lost, but still hopeful, about nurturing our families, but still hustling for ourselves. This is why I started Nurture and Also. This podcast is my safe space, but I also want it to be yours. We're going to be talking about life, about love, about motherhood, about diaspora, work, faith, grace, identity, and the part of motherhood we don't say out loud. If you've ever felt alone, overwhelmed, homesick, unseen, or like you're balancing everything by yourself, this podcast, it was created with you in mind. Before we wrap up this first episode, I want to leave you with a thought. Take a moment to notice one thing that you've done recently, no matter how small, that made you feel proud, cared for, or alive. It could be as simple as making your child laugh, finishing a task at work, or just taking 5 minutes to just sit down and breathe. Nurture and Also is about celebrating this moment, acknowledging the effort and reminding ourselves that we matter too. I hope this podcast become a little companion for you, a warm, quiet, cozy voice that reminds you that you're doing enough, you're loved, and your journey is yours. Thank you for spending time with me today. I can't wait to share more stories and grow this space with you. If this episode spoke to you, share it with another mom, another woman who might need to hear it, or who might need a reminder that she is not alone. I am Bumi, and this is Nurture and Also. Until next episode, take care of yourself, but most importantly, keep nurturing and hustling your way always. Bye.